Okay, guys, welcome back in. I had so much fun ripping these or opening these 1983 Topps baseball album stickers. There are 8 sets, and this is number 5. I did the first 4. I did a lot more preview on this set, and it was a great. I had such a fun. It was one of the funniest videos. Not funniest, funnest videos I've ever done. Just because this is wow, this was bringing me back to my childhood. But opening these are awesome. And trying to find these stickers. 83 was a great year for rookies. Tony Gwynn, Wade Boggs, Ryne Sandberg, a lot of Hall of Famers. And on the back of these, there's a card. And so this one's Jim Palmer. And so I'll go through them, 5, 6, 7. And number 8 is Rickey Henderson. The Rickey Henderson hand-cut card, PSA 10, has sold for $999.99, basically $1,000. So we got Wade Boggs, Ryne Sandberg, and Cal Ripken and Rickey Henderson's in the first 4 sets. Let's see what we can do in these. We need the Tony Gwynn. We are looking for the Tony Gwynn specifically. So here we go. Let's just get going on this. And this is a lot of fun. Hey, did you guys collect the stickers, and did you put them in the boxes or in the books? What did you do? I am going to try to see if any of these cards are worth trying to cut out and send in. Yeah, it's exclusive. There's not very many of them out there. So looks like Dan Driessen in the middle. Joe Niekro, Phil's brother. And Dave Kingman. And I don't know who that is. Reardon. Steve Rogers, John Stearns, Dan Driessen, Bob Baylor, and Joe Niekro. So at least got a couple of them right. So this is Omar Moreno, Tim Wallach, young Tim Wallach, I don't know. And that's Timmy Raines. So he was a rookie in 81, so this would be 83. So Timmy Raines, Spire, Tim Wallach, Ivan DeJesus, and Omar Moreno. So I got a couple of them right on there. These bring back so many memories. Did you collect these? What was your favorite team? That looks like Matt Noakes, but I don't know that is. Glenn Wilson. Matt Noakes was, I think, a little bit later. And I'd be honest, I don't recognize any of these guys right off the top of my head. Rick Sutcliffe, oh my gosh. R.I.P. Rick Sutcliffe. Oh my goodness. Rick Sutcliffe. Rest in peace, my friend. Bob Gritch, Lynn Barker, John. I remember Rick Sutcliffe when he was a Cub. I watched a lot of Cubs games growing up. I was a Reds fan. But watched a lot of the Cubs on WGN. This is Gorman Thomas. Is this Ken Griffey right here? So, yeah, Ken Griffey, Andre Robertson, Julio Cruz, Butch Wagner, and Gorman Thomas. Okay, so I had a couple of them in that one. So far, this one hadn't been as good as the other ones, but we hit bangers in that first video. You have to go check that one out. Is this Gary Gaetti? Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Larry Parrish, Amos Otis, Gary Gaetti, Hal McRae, and Alfredo Griffin. So I did at least get Gary Gaetti in there. Rod Carew. Okay, he's a Hall of Famer. Great hitter. Would probably not be well liked in today's game where you either strike out or hit a home run. But really, Don Baylor. I don't know. Jack Morris. So Jack Morris. Lou Whitaker. How could I not know Sweet Lou? Damasco Garcia, Don Baylor, and Rod Carew. So not as exciting of a box on number 5. 1 through 4 were just absolute bangers, man. I mean, we hit some big time stickers. Was just absolutely good. Hopefully these last 4 are going to bring something. I'm looking for Tony Gwynn, specifically Tony Gwynn. And we can have other ones. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that. I just want the Tony Gwynn. There's Eddie Murray. Don't know. I should know that one, but I don't. Don't know and don't know. So Hostetler, Al Cohen's, Willie Upshaw, Lamar Hoyt, and Eddie Murray. So at least I got Eddie Murray right. Kittle, I know. I don't think that's Greg Luzinski. I don't know him. So let's figure. Larry Herndon, Toby Harris, Steve Kemp, Brett Burns, Dan Splintner. No, I didn't know any of these guys. I thought that was Kittle. I thought Kittle always had Brett Burns. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not crazy. Didn't Kittle out? Raleigh Fingers. Hey, I know that guy. Goose Gossage. Don't know. I don't know. Landner, Hal McRae, should have known him. Rich Gossage, Bobby Mitchell, and Raleigh Fingers. So had a couple of them there. I did get a Raleigh Fingers autograph card out of 2026 Top Series 1. I think it was Top Series 1. I'm pretty sure it was. So I'm looking at these, and I'll be honest, I don't know that I know any of them. This has been a tough couple boxes. I was really good on Doug DeCinces. And Rick Sutcliffe again. All right, let me go back. I just want to go back and see if that's the same Rick Sutcliffe. Was he in the first box? No, it's a different one. Okay, so we have two Rick Sutcliffes. So one is a numbered out of 20, and the other one is numbered 61. Is that 61? I can't barely read that. Okay, so Rick Sutcliffe is in there a couple times. So one must be a team, Cleveland team, and then the other one must have did something good. Looks like Glenn Hubbard, Gene Garber, Andre Dawson, or is that Tim Raines? Steve Garvey, Dusty Baker, is that Dave Kingman? Let's find out. Craig Swan, Dusty Baker, Steve Garvey, Al Oliver, and Gene Garber. So Al Oliver, Gene Garber. I did have that one right. I had a few of them right on that one. Is that the Penguin? I don't know. And so that was Johnny Ray. Dave Dravecky. How many remembers Dave Dravecky hitting Andre Dawson in the face? If you remember that, this is a significant moment. Eric Shaw hitting Andre Dawson in the face. Comment right now. I remember that. Hit that like button, something. And this is Joe Morgan, I think, after he played for the Reds. Joe Morgan, yep. Eric Shaw, who hit Andre Dawson in the face, Johnny Ray, and Bill Russell. Wow, good memories. How many of you remember Eric Shaw hitting Andre Dawson in the face? Oh boy, that was a tough one. I remember watching that game, man. I remember watching that game. I was just fired up, and I'm not even a Cubs fan, but that was wrong, and I was all into that. I've always been a big baseball guy, so watched a lot of baseball. Manny Trio, is that Steve Sachs? Not Jaron Duran. Is it Jaron Duran? Is that Ozzie Smith, the Wizard? Look at that. And don't know. So let's see here. Chili Davis. Chili Davis hit some bombs. Ozzie Smith, Bobby Dernier. That's right. Steve Sachs and, Bobby Dernier. Yep. Hey, we got the Cobra front and center. The Cobra, is that Jody Davis? Don't know. Is that Reardon? Steve Rogers. Jay Johnstone. Who did I say that was? Jay Johnstone, Dave Parker, the Cobra, Jeff Royce, and Neil Allen. Okay. So, oh boy. These have been a lot tougher. Is that Dan Petrie? Dan Petrie. Okay, Bob Boone, Mike Fagan. Bob Boone, look at that. Brett His dad and Aaron Boone, their dad, Dan Petrie. I bet. How many of you knew that was Dan Petrie? Come on, give me some credit. Look, our second Cal Ripken Jr. Wow, we got 2 Cals. I am still looking for the Tony Gwynn, which we have not hit yet. Tony Armas, Ron Guidry, Matt Coe, Davey Lopes. Not Tony Armas, but you can understand the reason why I said that. Hopefully. Gary Carter, Pedro Guerrero, George Foster, Eddie Matthews. Is that Tony Perez? Eddie Perez? Did he play for? Let me find out. Manny Trio, Gary Matthews, George Foster, Pedro Guerrero, and Gary Carter. I almost had all of that one. Man, baseball was just good. Do not know. Is that Ron Oster, Phil Garner, Dave Kingman, Phil Garner, Alex Trevino, and Bo Diaz. Okay. All right. This is our last one. Sorry, guys. This has not necessarily been as enjoyable as the first 4 was. Hopefully, this one is the last pack mojo. Hopefully, it comes in great. This is really the reason why I got this. It's because of this Ricky Henderson on the back. These are very rare cards. Very rare cards, particularly in really good condition. This one looks in really good condition. If you see at this angle, this couple spots right here. And so that would keep it from a PSA 10. So I won't be sending this in. However, I have ordered another one of these boxes. Actually, I have it. I don't have it right here. I have another one of these. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to try to get that one. I mean, if you're chasing something like, you're talking about 2026 with chase card. You're chasing 21 of Shohei Ohtani, Well, there was a bunch of these printed. Okay? And say, oh, well, there was only one Shohei Ohtani printed. Okay, what's your chances of that? Very slim and none. Okay, there's a bunch of these printed, but only 2 of them have been PSA 10s. So buy some of these. This is my thought. I'm not telling you to go buy anything. I'm just saying, hey, if I can get a few of these and maybe one of them cashes, I've got a card that is what, 40 some years old. That's a PSA 10. That's a very rare card. I think that's a pretty good deal. I see Willie McGee here. I don't know if that's Ron Oster. Tim Wallach. Is that Tim Wallach? Let me find out. Terry Francona. Oh my gosh. He is the Reds manager now. 6-0. I would have never guessed him. Bill Lasky, I would have never guessed him. Willie McGee and Ron Oster. Yeah, so I knew Ron Oster and Willie McGee, and I didn't know Terry Francona. Wow, look at that. The young Tito. Good stuff. Come on. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 more to find the Tony Gwynn. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Be good to me. Tom Seaver. I should know this guy. Is that Cedeno? Yep, Cedeno. Jeff Reardon, Dave Kingman, and Bruce Sutter. I think I got this whole strip. Bruce Sutter, Dave Kingman, Jeff Reardon, Cedeno, and Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver, Cedeno, Reardon, Kingman, Bruce Sutter. I did it! Wow. What a great memory. That's fun times, dude. Fun times. All right. I don't see a San Diego Padre on there. Kirk Gibson, that's his second year because he was a rookie in 81. Don't know, but he looks like he's enjoying a beer, having a good time out there in Seattle. Don't know. Frank White, Tony Bessenard, Bill Caudill, Rick Manning, and Kirk Gibson. Obviously, this is a Kirk Gibson Hall of Famer. Is this Carlton Fisk? on the end. Hal McRae, I don't know. Kent Herbeck, and I don't know. Kent Herbeck. Von Hayes. Von Hayes. All right. Tony Armas. Okay. Willie Wilson and Carlton Fisk. So I had a couple. Carlton Fisk and Kent Herbeck. Johnny Bench, Andre Dawson. This is a great card, but I still do not see the Tony Gwynn. Johnny Bench, Dave Concepcion, the Hawk, Andre Dawson, Zach Mike Schmidt, and man, I do not know that one. Let me see if I got all these right. Bench, Concepcion, the Hawk, Schmidt. Hubie Brooks, Mike Schmidt, Andre Dawson, Dave Concepcion, and Johnny Bench. That's a good card right there. That is a good card right there. This is my last one, guys. So we did not hit the Tony Gwynn. A few Astros, Pete Rose. I don't have no clue who that is. Pete Rose. This is Ray Knight right here. This one in the middle is Ray Knight. Is that Art Howe here? And then, boy, I'm not sure. Art Howe, Ray Knight, I'm not sure. Pete Rose, and I'm not sure. So Art Howe, Ray Knight, Terry Poole. Okay. Pete Rose and Jason Thompson. So at least I got several of these right. We did not end up getting the Tony Gwynn. And these last 4 boxes were not necessarily as good as the previous 4. But there were some really good ones in here. I'm going to try to get these cut, guys. And I am going to do another video showing them cut and see if we can say, hey, let's submit this to a grading company. See if we can get some really nice grades on these and come back. What are your thoughts? Did you collect stickers? Was this fun for you? A trip down memory lane in the early 80s? What's your thoughts? Please like and subscribe and tell me what your thoughts are. Happy to share this experience with you. It's a lot of fun for me. I will see you guys on the next one.